Okay, hi, hello everyone. All right, so it's our next session. Welcome to everyone who joining us today. And yeah, for this session, we have Eliza Cole. She is consumer expectations have changed tremendously from what we know 2 years ago. Um, very excited to have her. She is the head of marketing 8x8 Singapore, and she will do it for us. She will do the presentation for us, and my friend Janice will help us to share the screen, share the presentation. Enjoy.
I'm based here in Singapore, and my role here in 8x8 covers. Hi, my name is Eliza. I'm the head of marketing for CPaaS at 8x8. I'm based here in Singapore, and my role here in 8x8 covers Southeast Asia, as well as UK and ANZ. So a little bit about myself. I've been in the tech space for 10 years now, and I'm thrilled to be here speaking to all of you about how to cope with the evolving customer expectations in APAC today and beyond. So to me, I believe what we as the collective society went through for the past 2 years has taught us two things. One is rapidly changing the way we do business and adapting to extreme uncertainties at work and with our life. We have to face the core fact that customers' expectations have changed and are still evolving as we're still navigating this, post-pandemic era. So what are we as marketers dealing with right now? What is that one word that I believe the world have seen and will continue to see a lot more? Now, maybe the next picture will give you a hint. This picture is taken from a show in Netflix. I find this show to be very, very interesting. And in this show, they call people that are part animal, part human, hybrids. Similarly to how we are living in our lives right now in this new era, hybrid work also means hybrid marketing, and that trickles down to hybrid campaigns, hybrid customer journey, buying journey, and so much more. Recently, I read an article in CIO.com, and I saw this phrase: organizations will need to understand and embrace the world of hybrid more broadly to succeed. This means to boost your omni-channel presence to create better connections with your consumers. But let's find out what are the problems most marketers are facing. So first is we have to play catch up on the expectations of hyper-personalization. But what is hyper-personalization? It's sometimes using AI, and most of the times uses real-time data to deliver more relevant content or information on each user. Secondly, fragmented, inconsistent, and irrelevant experiences will be a disappointment for your customers. Finally, a customer will interact with various functions within an organization before making a purchase, but most companies may be experiencing some disconnect between functions within the business. Let me break this down. Let me break these points down a little bit further. So I'm not selling refrigerators, no. I want to share with you one example of hyper-personalization that I think is very, very interesting. From a simple refrigerator, the technology has grown to anticipate what customers need without customers even knowing. So smart fridges now can detect the type of items stored, monitor expiry dates, know what items are in the fridge without even opening the fridge, creating shopping lists, displaying photos. And when consumers are out and about, they can see what's in the fridge when they're doing their grocery shopping. It's amazing how a simple fridge has come so far. So as consumers moved, their daily activities to online, they're spending more time on websites, mobile apps, on-demand services. How does this relate to us? What can we learn? Hyper-personalization is actually one step beyond personalized marketing. Companies, are collecting tons and tons of data in every way possible. When customers are interacting with the brand, but are we using these data at all? Are we leveraging on these data to guide us to make smarter decisions, to understand and anticipate, what's their next need? The focus right now should be humanizing technology for our customers and meeting the customers at their micro moments, like these smart fridges are doing. Most of us are still struggling with hyper personalization. So, fragmented experiences. So, this happens when businesses try to adopt multiple channels to meet consumers' rising expectations, especially during the last 2 years when many companies are forced to bring every single engagement to the digital space. Right now, as we move to work in a hybrid fashion, businesses need to start evaluating, what is needed to be added onto the marketing stack, what is needed to be removed from the marketing stack. It is hard work and messy most of the time. For example, shopping, hybrid shopping. Customers may still want to experience a physical store, but still value the speed and convenience of online shopping. Data and context doesn't transfer well between tools that aren't integrated properly, that your business may be using. And most tools that marketing may need may not be readily available to the team. So uniting fragmented customer journey is not easy, but it is important. And I believe you know that very, very well. There's this quote I saw online. Fragmentation is the new customer experience enemy, which I think is very, very true. So departmental and functional silos. Yeah. Marketing, so customers, when they interact with the brand, they go through, the marketing touch points, sales outreach, customer support, customer service, logistics, and then maybe even back to marketing. All of these are various departments across the business. The problem here is how to ensure there's no disconnect in the entire customer experience while interacting these various functions. Marketers are always very focused on customers, right? On external storytelling. I mean, that's our job, right? So we also must be aware that internal storytelling is also equally important. Because they're serving two customers, external customers, which we know very, very well, and there are the internal customers, our colleagues from other departments. So cross-departmental connections usually helps with better and a more committed collaboration to have a more successful marketing and external facing projects. We all want to make positive impacts to the company we work for, right? So there you have it. We've broken down the challenges that most of us are facing right now. So I'm going to show you an example of the perfect customer journey of a customer purchasing something online. You can see most of the touch points here includes SMS user and payment verifications, chat apps such as WhatsApp messaging to keep customers more engaged, voice messaging, and making secured voice calls such as number masking, and also video calls, which I believe by now in APAC we are so used to it already. In the ideal world, we want customers to move across multiple touch points seamlessly, and even now from online to physical spaces. So at a glance, this is what many businesses need to meet the real-time communication requirements. These ranges from internal to external communication, authenticating users, transactions, and more, all the way to customer support and after sales. This is typically what customers experience when they interact with a business. It is important to find ways to engage with our customers in between purchases because this will strengthen their emotional connection to our brand. It also helps to retain, customers, and then you grow their loyalty. So I truly believe there's a fine line between spamming our customers at every, every single day, and reaching them at the right time to communicate with them. What I think many businesses should consider is to add value into every single touch points and engagement that customers have with our organization. Our goal as a marketer, regardless which industry are you from, we want to make customers happy with a unified experience. So ask yourself this question: do we as a business have a clear view of customers' movements within the buying journey? Have you walked in your customers' shoes before? Have you experienced the journey that they are taking, and are you meeting your customers where they are at each micro moments? And I'm here to tell you it's possible. But you may be wondering where to start. So there are two ways to create the ideal customer journey. Firstly, like many businesses have been doing pre-pandemic and even during pandemic, is to go through multiple steps that are complex, time-consuming, to onboard, various multi-channel real-time communication technology into the business. It may seem like a norm, because this is just what businesses can do when we are forced to accelerate digital transformation 2 years ago. What about the other way that is simple, but many are struggling to do because it seems so challenging to find? A single integrated communication platform that checks all of these multi-channel customer engagement needs. Think about it, why the second way makes more sense. Your customers will love you for it because you will have the data needed to optimize personalized experiences to hyper-personalized experiences. You will know when to reach out to customers at various micro moments, starting with perhaps verifying that they are indeed real people with one-time passwords through SMS or voice messaging, or even sending rich content through an integrated chat app with enriched conversations through images, videos, files, and so on. Your customer support team and product team, for example, can use these shared knowledge about the customer to ensure seamless collaboration, to provide that consistent and relevant experiences for your customers, which we talked about just now. It's important to start fixing that problem. At the same time, using tools such as Unified Contact Center or your company branded video call tool to boost customized video experiences internally and externally. And in the long run, most businesses find that an all-in-one platform brings company-wide collaboration to another new level of managing internal and external communication needs. So how choosing the right platform for your business can make a whole lot of difference. So the first one, 97% of leaders want to unify customer experience management. And they need the tools to have great capabilities to ensure a high level of security, and also to make better use of customer data. And based on a recent report, organizations integrating both employee and customer communication in a single platform reduces 56% of total costs. That is a lot. And the last one, this is what I think is very interesting. Gartner shared that by 2024, organizations providing a total experience will outperform competitors by 25% in satisfaction matrix for both CX and EX. Why I think this is important is because of the previous quote I shared in my previous slide from Harvard Business Review. We are no longer just competing with competitors. We're competing with the last best experience our customer had elsewhere. So what are the right tech? There are many real-time communication technologies out there. These are the main ones that you must have if you want to scale your customer experience up. First is SMS. It's a solution for notification, authentication, customized communication, and whatnot. Next is voice, text to speech, call masking to increase the level of security, as well as app-to-app voice call through app-to-app voice call. Then chat apps. So chat apps, find a chat that has a single API with access to as many chat apps as possible to provide that rich content capabilities for your customers. Usually most people use chat apps for customer service and customer support. Video. A single platform for secure video calls, for example, or conferencing or chat that can be customized to your own brand. Isn't that amazing? So any industries, not just the industry shown here, but any industries can leverage on simple tools like this to create more engaging customer moments. It is very easy to find these tools online. But is it easy to find all of these tools that sit in a single platform? Next is a question that you should ask is how to validate what to look for when it comes to choosing the right platform. Here are the capabilities to look out for when choosing the right tech platform. First, you have to make sure that it's all in one. It's simple to adopt, easy to implement and deploy. It must be secure and reliable. Also, it must be scalable, no matter what your needs and business plans are in 3 months' time or even 3 years' time. And it should include advanced analytics to optimize your campaigns. Here's a visual proof of how eliminating silos and integrating all communication requirements in a single platform look like. Start with this understanding that we as marketers and as a business have to make it easy to customize digital channels to engage with customers. And what I meant by digital channels includes the perfect customer journey map, which I shared earlier on. They include SMS, chat apps, secure voice calls, voice messaging, video calls, and so on. So right now in your business, are all of these multiple channels in a single platform? If not already, then I would strongly suggest that you start to think about how one communication platform can solve for what you need today and provide a clearer and easier path to whatever it is next. It also protects your investment today with the guarantee that have the ability to support changes and strengthens your business resilience. And finally, bringing in the perspective that creating hybrid experiences in actual fact is not an entirely new genre. It's not. It's now all about putting together what we are familiar with before the pandemic and what we've learned and grew accustomed to during the pandemic. So remember, communications to consumers must resonate with them, with the various micro moments. Start thinking about navigating from one channel to another seamlessly. And I believe there's a lot to do, and it can be challenging at certain points. But being ready in your tech stack and choosing the right tech partner really helps. And to end things off, perhaps I may have added another show to your list of shows to watch. This show is titled Sweet Tooth. So, like I've mentioned at the start of my sharing, now that we've learned that the core fact of customer expectations have changed and are still evolving, which is why boosting omni-channel presence to create better connections with your customers is the first step to consider towards the path of hyper-personalization in the hybrid way and of work and living. I hope you find this session interesting and useful. Once again, I'm Eliza from 8x8. Thanks for your time today.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Liza, for bringing up the presentation, an interesting presentation of how to cope with evolving customer engagement expectations in APAC. And so, all participants, we still have another discussion and a session. So, for coming up, a panel discussion with four speakers and one moderator. We will discussing about how to drive ROI by reaching and engaging your target audiences in brand safe. Okay, so let's move to another session. I'll see you there at 11:45. See you soon.